Welcome back to another episode of Just One Fern. Lucas and I doing the first half of the episode today. We got an interview for you later. I haven't done the interview, so I can't really promote it yet because I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'm sure it will be a great interview. Stick around for that.
It's good. I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, it's great. Lucas has already seen it, but I haven't done it.
Right.
He's really good at that. He can see into the future. It's one of the many things. He can't sleep, but he can look into the future.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off. It's a double-edged sword.
Yes.
But what's nice is I'm not going to be in it, so I can't fuck it up.
That's true. You can't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, I can't embarrass myself.
That's very true. Yeah.
So Aaron's going to do this one solo.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. I'm not going to lie. A little worried, but
Wish him luck.
haven't done an interview solo. So I've done an episode solo. I haven't done an interview solo.
Oh.
It's my first solo.
I think you'll do good.
Thank you. Appreciate
At least I know because I've seen it.
Yeah, you see exactly. Yeah.
And that's so Raven vision.
I'll make sure to embarrass myself. How about that? Like I'll stick I'll like insert a time where I'll say something embarrassing about myself. I'll make sure of it so that we don't lose that because
Right,
our viewers
we need that.
Our viewers stick around because of that. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I could record a pre-recorded bit of just me saying something about myself.
You should.
It could be anything and just laugh really hard when you hear it.
Should. Okay, perfect. I will. Yeah, I'll play it and like
It's like just
what is that? What are you?
It's an audio clip of me trying to sing. Like I'm trying really hard.
That'd actually be a really funny bit, Lucas. We should I'd be like, hey, I got a friend who's trying to be a musician. Could you just listen real quick? And
Oh
see
my
how good
God,
they are?
that'd be so good.
We should do
and
that.
it's just a really shitty
It's a really bad video. You should do that. Send me a video or a voice memo.
That's funny.
All right, so let's get into some stuff here. First things first. I played soccer this week and I got into a fight. I got into.
Oh, come on.
It wasn't like a fight, but it was like a fight, like a verbal fight mainly. But
You yelled at this guy?
I did. But here's why. So he threw the soccer ball at my head.
Did he really?
He picked
Did
it
it
up
hit it?
and he threw it at my head. Yeah.
And it hit your head?
Hit
Or
my
did
head.
you dodge it?
Well, it hit my head because I was turned. And
The back of your head.
back of my head. Which
Ow.
is all mush. You know it. It's like a baby. I was just born like. And so basically what happened was I was playing defense on him and I won the ball, right? And then it went out of bounds. So I won the ball, but it went out of bounds. Cool. Their ball again. He kicks it in at me, bounces off me, goes out of bounds again. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then he finally kicks it in off of me again, but gets the rebound off of me. And so I slide over and bump into him and he falls down and he keeps running, but they call he had tried to trip me or something as he was going by me. And because I was trying to turn, and he had put his leg out and then they called him for it. They stopped the play.
Right.
And he was so mad that he took the ball and threw it at my head.
At you?
At me. And then started screaming at me as if it was something I did. And it was so funny. I was all I could say was, because first of all, he was a foot shorter than me. He was a very small dude. And the only thing that I said the whole time was, relax, dude. Fucking relax. The whole time, that's all I was saying is calm the fuck down. And this was after two of our players had gotten injured in our rec league. Earlier in the game, one of them almost popped his knee out. It was so bad. And they're this other team was treating it as if it was a major league soccer game. It was crazy. And
Did you guys win?
I was a little pissy and I was definitely being physical with my defense. And so it definitely annoyed him, but to the point where
good
you just
D, baby.
threw,
That's just good D.
It's
You
great
can't handle the D.
It's great. He can't handle the D. He had to throw the ball at me. He can handle the balls, but he can't handle the D. And it's just unbelievable. But
It shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
You could tell.
Because his face turned white.
Yeah,
when,
his
when he
Napoleon
got called
syndrome.
out.
His Napoleon syndrome was really showing because he was a short man that was very mad that a bigger man got the best of him.
Was he short?
He was very short, Lucas.
That's a soccer. Those are soccer guys, though. Soccer
Yeah.
guys are small.
So I mean, yeah,
Close for the ground.
It was just very
And
funny.
you kicked his ass anyway. That's awesome.
I kicked his ass verbally by telling him to relax. No, but my because I was I'm not getting thrown out of the game in a rec league for fighting this guy physically.
That's so ridiculous.
He kept walking toward me and I was walking toward him, but being dude, calm the fuck down, relax. But my teammate ran over and shoved him and was dude, fucking back up. And the ref was
Really?
like, all right, get out of here. Not to my teammate,
Damn.
but to him. He was like, get out of here. Because he kept like
Right.
just screaming at me for no fucking reason.
Do you think you could fight somebody?
I could.
You
You
think
know
you
what's
would fight
you know what's
somebody?
very funny, Lucas, and I do want to have this conversation with you because I was getting pissed about this the other day. So I was talking with two of my friends here, and there was a moment when I don't know if I told you this. I might have told you separately, not on the pod, maybe, but I almost got into a fight at a bar.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not going to go into detail too much about that, but
Doesn't matter.
I almost got into a fight at a bar, and we left the bar, the friends that I were with, and they said to me, they were like, thank God you didn't fight him. Like, he was a big dude. He would have kicked your ass. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, he was just he was like a bulky dude. And I was like, I mean, I was looking this guy directly in the eye, like same height as him. Yeah, maybe he had a little bit more muscle. But the entire time, guess what? He is so drunk and I am not. So I have the upper hand of being sober enough to like even move out of the way or have balance. I was like giving them a bunch of different things. And like people don't know that like I know how to fight. Like I can fight someone if need be. And people are always like shitting on karate and stuff like that. They're like, it's so dumb. But like,
oh, that's right. You did karate.
The entire time I was literally thinking to myself, all right, if he does this, I'm going to do this. If he throws this punch, I'm going to do this. Like I was ready. I was ready to go and I was just waiting for him to do it. Cause I'm like, I'm not starting the fight. But if he punches me, I'll fuck him up.
You'll finish it. You'll finish that fight.
That's
Did you give him an
exactly what I was
ocular
thinking.
pat down?
An ocular pat down. He was the thing is I didn't want to fight this guy because he was so fucking drunk. Like he was just unbelievably drunk. And I was very mad. But still to this day, they're like, you would have lost that fight.
They say, but Aaron, how long ago has it been since you've practiced?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Years. Probably 7 years.
7?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you when you stopped?
I think I was 17.
Okay. That's old enough to remember some of it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like
you were trained. You were trained in the art of martial.
Yeah, and I just don't. It was very upsetting because karate has this stigma of it like being like not real fighting.
Does it?
Yeah, so many people are like, "Oh, you did karate?" Like I'm like, "Yeah, I know how to fucking fight. Like if I had to throw down, I could do it." So it's like I don't get why people keep telling me that I won't. I couldn't. I would have been beaten up by this guy.
Aaron, there's only one way to prove that you can fight somebody.
And that's to fight someone.
That's to fight somebody.
I know. And I don't, that's the thing. I'm never going to start a fight. And that's another thing.
That's karate. Karate says don't start a fight.
And that's like the whole point of their argument too is like, they're like, well, like we've never seen you in a fight. You seem like more of a lover than a fighter. It's like, I am. I'm not denying that. I'm not going out and seeking out a fight. Like I don't want to fight someone. Mm-hmm. I'm saying if the situation came to me, I could win a fight. It depends on who I'm fighting. Yes. But this man, we were the same height. We were eye to eye. He was maybe a little bit bulkier than me, but I had more awareness just in general. I was more aware. And if I wanted to, I had steps behind me. I could have the upper ground, the higher ground. I could have it if I wanted to.
Take some steps back.
Exactly.
Give yourself a smaller platform to stand on. Smart.
Yeah. I don't know. So I was upset about that because I personally think I could have won the fight. Like people are like, you would have gotten your ass kicked. No, I wouldn't have. Even if I had lost the fight, I would like. First of all, they would have probably broken it up before anything really happened. So it was like,
right.
It was very.
Can I say
dumb.
something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? I think your Italian is showing right now.
Oh, for sure.
Have you ever seen that bit where it's like, if it was me in that situation, things would have gone down differently.
Yeah.
Things would have gone. I'm doing Jewish voice. I don't know why.
You are doing Jewish voice.
I'm trying to do it in New York. I think
you're doing like
things would have gone down
Jewish instead of New York Italian.
Right. What can I say? can I
Yeah.
say? I'm just really good at what I do.
Yeah, you are. You're great at
But that
impressions.
is very that is the Italian in you. I think, Aaron. I think you're probably right. You're a big dude also, and like you do sports. I think that you also have that to your benefit.
It's just kind of upsetting,
you
especially like
agile.
the specific people that were telling me I would have lost that fight. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I don't like when certain people tell me that I would lose a fight. So
Certain people.
yeah,
Why?
women.
Women. Well, that's demasculating.
It is.
Emasculating
It is.
makes you feel like less of a man.
So that sucked.
That makes me want to fight. If a woman were to say it, I'd be like,
Okay, that's the thing. Like they were.
I'd be like puffing out. What the fuck are you
I
talking
wanted
about?
to run right back
baby?
in there and fight the guy. I was like, let's do it right now. I'm gonna show you I can. It sucks the whole time. I was like, damn. Because like I said, I don't want to fight
Yeah.
someone, but it's
You don't want to.
at one point I literally said, like, can you just like lie to me and tell me that I would win the fight? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you tearing me down?
Yeah, I think it's just so funny to tell somebody that they're wimpy.
Yeah, and like,
And you're
I
not.
get- listen,
I don't think.
I get it because yes, you look at me and you wouldn't think, okay, he can like fight. You know,
You don't look like Karate Man. I'm gonna
exactly.
tell you that right now.
I don't look like that, so it's
Karate Kid.
understandable. However, I could hold my own in a fight. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah,
I'd get
maybe
my
it's a
ass
little,
kicked, for sure.
maybe it's a little toxic masculinity, which it might be, and it probably is. But I think I could do it, and I like to keep that thinking because if I thought I was gonna get beat up, I would have a much bigger chance of getting beat up.
What? Say that again.
If I go into a fight thinking I'm gonna lose this, that's much worse than going in thinking I'm
Oh yeah,
gonna win
that's
it.
not good. You want some confidence. You
Exactly.
want to go in. You want to be hit first.
Yeah.
Leave. That's what they say.
And that's the thing. Like, I think I like remember this very vividly. I'm sorry, we're going off on like a tangent here about karate.
No, it's
and
okay.
fighting.
No, you're worked up. You're worked up.
There's-
Let it out, baby.
I remember this one specific time I was in karate class and we were working on like if someone were to like attack us with a knife, like things to do and like depending on where they're coming at you with the knife from. And when we were like doing the moves or whatever, and there's one where like if they're stabbing at you, you're supposed to like go around their hand and like step out of the way and pull them down. So like use their momentum against you.
Oh.
That's like one of the ways to do that. And then you like bring them down with their momentum. And then afterwards, I remember specifically, he's like, my Renchi was like, listen, if someone is attacking you with a knife or a gun and you get the upper hand, you make sure that they never attack you again. So he's basically telling me like to fucking kill this guy. And I was like, okay. And so it was like, he was like showing us, he's like, pull them down, break their arm, stab them at least twice. I was like,
Oh my.
whoa.
God.
I was like, okay, cool. Like,
Honestly, though, like I think in that situation, I 100% would do that. Every time you ever been like scared at night, you're like, man, if somebody would break in right now, you know what the fuck I would do to them? You know what the fuck I would do to them?
well, that's different. I always get scared. Like it's all about having the awareness. If you lose awareness or like visual of anything at any time, you're fucked. Like you need to be eyes locked on that person the whole time. And it's like, if you're in bed,
Crazy ass.
you're fucked. Like if someone breaks into my house at night, I'm like, listen, they would kill me. It'd be done. Like it'd be game over 100%. Oh, well. But if I'm standing up eye to eye, I got a shot.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, of course, like a gun, no, I don't have a fucking chance. It's a fucking gun. But I'm saying
Gun.
a knife, very small chance, but I have a possible chance. And then a fist fight. As long as I'm not facing like an MMA guy, I'm good. And this guy could have been. Like I said, I'm not saying that
He
wouldn't
could have been.
lost.
He could have been.
I'm not saying I wouldn't have lost, but I'm saying I could have won.
I think
We don't
I think
know.
The
It didn't happen.
The gamble is you're 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
You have training and fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and you were sober.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are. I think you have the edge there. Doesn't mean you would have won.
Yes.
I think you do have the edge.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't think it's I don't think like I didn't say I would have won, but I do think I could have won.
However, next time this happens, fight him.
I got to do it.
Because I'd love to hear a story about you getting your ass kicked.
That's really rude. That's really not okay. I needed you in this moment, and you're just tearing me down more. That's fine. It's fine. I don't. That's fine.
I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you.
Mhm.
But for me, it's win-win. You know,
That's true. For you, it is win-win.
for me, it's win-win. If you win, awesome, dude. Like we knew it.
Yeah.
If you lost,
It's funny. If I lost, well, if I lose, I got to change everything about me. I got to change like my whole just confidence of me. Like if I were to get into a fight,
Yeah.
I'd win would just be shattered. It'd be done.
you get on the pot. Hey man, how you doing?
Yeah. I would have zero confidence.
How you doing?
I would never do an interview ever again.
It'd become
bad.
just one Naldi.
Yeah, it would. Just one Naldi would be awesome. That'd be great. But yeah, I almost got into a fight for soccer.
You almost got in a fight for soccer, and you probably would have won, based on the confidence
For sure. That one 100%. Bar fight would have been more of an equal match.
Would
I
have
think.
been tougher. So okay, so you trained in martial arts. Do you think that there was any? Do you think there's any Olympic sport that if you had trained since you were a kid, you could have made it at this age?
I don't think
You
so.
could have done it.
I was so bad at all sports growing up.
All of them.
I just wasn't good at them. I wasn't good at sports. I also really didn't care about sports when I was younger. I just didn't give a shit. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think I would have, but like I just don't think I'd be able to. I would have loved to like done like snowboarding because like Shaun White was just like a beast. Like it's just cool. Shaun White's like the coolest dude. It's just awesome watching him, and it's sad that he's retiring. But like, yeah, but
is he retiring?
Yeah, it was his last Olympics.
Oh,
yeah.
No wonder he cried.
Yeah, big sad. Big sad. Quick math.
Yeah. I think. But I was thinking about it. I was watching the Olympics, and there's that joke. You've probably heard this joke. It would be there should be a section before every game of just a regular person trying to do the thing.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So that way we know how much these people are freaks.
Yeah.
When they do the Olympics. My idea is that instead of that's for the Olympics, but instead of the X Games, so like switch your mind to the X Games.
Okay. Yeah.
The way we make it different is I think there should be regular X Games, and then I think that there should be other versions of X Games so we can see how crazy it is.
Okay.
My first idea is the triple X Games.
Okay.
And it's retired porn stars. And they have to do all these stunts naked. Like doing a 1080 on that half pipe, but it's like some old lady and her tits are hanging down to her knees.
Why is this? Why are you thinking about this?
The triple X Games.
I guess it would sell.
It would sell. It would sell. You'd watch it. Don't tell me you wouldn't watch that, Aaron.
That would be hilarious. I would have to watch it.
You'd have to watch. I see.
Someone's like, "Hey, the triple X Games are on." I'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's watch it. Pull it up."
You'd be watching the bikes, the mountain biking. That would suck to fall.
Oh no!
My God,
you would
getting dirt in your cuts.
It's just so bad. Well, I went to see a show. I went to see Corey Wong.
You saw Corey Wong?
Yeah, and it was unbelievable. Like, just an amazing show. And the reason it was so amazing, like, yes, Corey Wong himself is great, but his whole band was just like the greatest musicians like I've ever seen. Like, they were all unbelievable. For those who don't know, Corey Wong is a guitarist, and his music is just, it's unbelievable. It's so like jazz and funk oriented, but also like he brings in these pop elements. It's crazy. And the reason that it was so good, in my opinion, is that the drummer, right? So the drummer, the way they have the stage set up, the drummer is in front with everyone else, but like on the side of the stage. So you're kind of looking at the side profile, so he can see everyone and everyone can see him, which is like kind of a classic jazz setup.
Yeah, that's true.
This drummer was the coolest dude I've ever seen in my fucking life. I've never seen a drummer more into the music, have more stage presence, like engage with the crowd more than this guy. It was unbelievable.
What was he doing?
He was just like looking at them. I don't think there was a single time when he wasn't like bouncing while he was playing, like just
Mm.
bouncing and like getting people to move. And like when they would like, it would get into moments for everyone to clap, he would like stand up and just like rip his sticks. Like it was crazy.
Hell yeah.
It was awesome. And I was stunned. I couldn't stop looking at him the whole time. I was like, this is the coolest dude I've ever seen in my life. And just the way, like his glasses that he wore, he was just a cool dude. It was awesome. But it was a great show.
Sick.
Altogether, it was a great show. But another show that happened on Sunday was the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, I actually didn't watch it.
Mhm.
So Aaron, if you could fill me in.
Yeah. So it was Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, and Kendrick. Those were the ones that were listed. Now,
That's a huge list.
also Anderson .Paak played drums,
sick.
and 50 Cent was a special guest.
Just came out.
Just was there. He was hanging upside down.
Was he really?
He was. It was very
That's sick.
funny. It was very funny. But it was a really good show. I actually do think it was good because it was so minimal. The reason I think it was weird is that the game was like during the day in LA, so it was bright and sunny, and like there weren't
for
really
the halftime show.
there weren't really any lights or anything. It was kind of just like, oh, a daytime performance. So it was, in that way, it was kind of underwhelming with the
Yeah.
lighting. But I mean, it was great, and I think it's really cool that like most of those guys are like LA, like homebody artists. Like Snoop and Dre are from LA and like Compton,
Right.
and so they like that's their home, and so that was really
Yeah.
cool
Right.
to
that
see
makes
that.
sense.
And it
Why
was
they
like
would
the
do that.
first ever rap hip hop show, halftime show.
What?
Yeah.
No. Hold on. Cause what's his name was what's his name? Travis Scott.
He didn't do the halftime show.
Yeah, he did. He did the halftime show, and where SpongeBob should have been in the halftime.
No,
Oh,
that was
everybody got
Maroon
pissed.
5.
Yeah, but it was also him. It was also Travis Scott.
Did he come out? It
He did,
wasn't
like-
him though. Like it was the Maroon 5 halftime show, and he was a guest. Was that it?
Oh,
this was like
this
this was like all hip hop and rap the whole time.
I can't believe it's taken so long.
And
That's
I mean, I'm not
2022 is the first. Really? You
I'm
think
not
that's
surprised at all because of all the the Super Bowl is for old white people. You know what
Oh,
old white
that's a
people
good
hate?
point.
Rap music. And so it's like,
Yeah, I guess I had to wait for like the old white people to be used to rap music.
that's what's funny
or
is
for
like
there to be old like rap people.
yeah. Well, it was hilarious because I was like reading a couple articles and like listening to a couple people talk about it. Like people in their 30s ish that like that's their music, like that they grew up with. And it was really funny. They were like, oh, finally there's like a Super Bowl halftime show for like the young people, like this is like young artists or whatever. And then they were like, wait a minute, we're old now. It's just a different generation of old. It was just so funny to like think about that and put that into perspective.
realizing,
they're like Eminem is old. Like,
Yeah,
they're-
Eminem's really old now.
Snoop Dogg, like Dre is 60. Like that, he's old as fuck. So it was
That's
very
nuts.
funny. Yeah, it was,
good, though.
but it was a good show. I thought it was good. I thought
It was good?
fun. Yeah. I liked it.
I feel like I heard Eminem was okay for some reason.
Well, he only got like one song. Like each artist really only got one song, except for Dre and Snoop. They got two.
Well, they would be my favorites. Of the
Which
bunch.
yeah. So it's like, it was definitely strange because there were so many headliners. Like each of them individually could probably do their own show, but I kind of liked it though. It was kind of like
Yeah.
throwing it to different people, and
I'm
each of
surprised they got them all together. Honestly,
Yeah,
like that just sounds tough to get that many
Yeah.
like big art, huge names
yeah.
So,
Oh, I
like,
feel like if like
go together.
Dre and Snoop Dogg are like the headliners, and they like call on you, like you're probably gonna be like, yeah, I'll do it.
You don't say no to that.
Yeah. So I feel like that's kind of what happened, but that was cool. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You know what's not cool, Lucas? The
What's
hack
that?
menu. We gotta talk about it.
Aaron,
We gotta talk about it because it's been
I'm
eaten
glad you
away.
brought this up.
Yeah.
I know what happened to me when I
Mhm.
went.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, what happened to you? What?
Lucas,
What-
I'd actually like you to go first because
Okay.
Mine is less. It's really uneventful. But I would
Okay.
love to hear yours first because I
So-
feel like you have more of.
I went day one because I was excited, of course.
Of course, you know.
And I went and I was like, hi, excuse
Mhm,
me,
mhm.
hello. Would it be okay if I ordered the, the what was it, the crispy double,
Yes. Yeah.
the crispy double? And they're like, what is that? I was like, I think it's a new menu item. The crispy double is like cheeseburger with like chicken nuggets on it. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. This I'm like, what? Are you sure? Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing the whole hack menu, land, air, and no, we're not doing that. I'm like, oh, can you guys like not put it into the menu, into like the machine or something? Like, is it not ready? Is it not in there? By the way, I have this on video. I gotta
You gotta send it to me.
yeah, so I gotta put that together. And they're like, I guess, but you have to make it. You have to make it. And that's when I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
But it's in your system.
Yeah.
You know how it's supposed to go together.
Mm-hmm.
Why not make it?
Why not?
Why
make it
not?
yourself?
Why wouldn't you? That's the whole point.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of it existing.
Mm-hmm.
I could just make it any other time by myself. No problem.
Literally any other time, Lucas. It's
Literally
just,
it's not like any of these things didn't exist before.
Mm-hmm.
But I can order it, and it was on my receipt. It said a crispy double.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, and it's like, oh, you got to put it together yourself.
Yeah,
This isn't
fucking
Legos.
ridiculous. This isn't
okay?
Legos. No, you're right. It's McDonald's.
This is McDonald's.
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more.
And I didn't McLove it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And I don't blame you. And I was lucky enough. I was one of the lucky souls that didn't get it because, first of all, Kenny did it. He did a review of it on his like Twitch or whatever, and I saw it, and I saw the picture of it, and they were all separate boxes, and I was like, something's fishy. And then someone commented on my reel about this and was like, hey, I work at McDonald's. You have to put it together yourself. And I was like, God. You son of a bitch. McDonald's has taken my heart and ripped it out. It has absolutely destroyed it. It's thrown it on the ground. It's stomped on it. It has ruined me because luckily it's no fast food February, which I've been doing and have done. So it's fine. It's whatever. But I'm pissed about it because they said to us, they took the time to do a whole marketing campaign around these new menu items, and they can't even make them for us. Make it more expensive.
That's fine.
Do something. We need it. I don't want to make it myself. Like you said, I could do it any other time. Why? I'm going to you to make it. Like, even with the normal menu items, I go to you for a McDouble. Why can't you just throw a few chicken nuggets underneath it before you put the other button down? I don't get it.
It's not that hard.
It's not hard at all. I don't get it. It's very upsetting.
You know how I know it's not that hard to do?
Yeah.
Because I had to do it. Because I did it. I've done it. I've done it myself. That's how I know it's not hard. Because I've done it.
McDonald's is like teaching people how to be chefs. They're like, they're preparing you to.
One day it's just going to be, just walk behind the counter. Serve yourself. That's what it. That's the
totally
society
see
we're
that happening.
Honestly. Go make your own fries.
There's just one person. Yeah, there's like one person back there, like a manager, and they're just like, yeah, come on back. They like call your number. You go back and like take whatever you want. On to the next. That'd be so funny,
dude. That is a future. There's a timeline where that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Do you think like drive-throughs will stop ever, or do you think things will become only drive-through?
Ooh, I think that in the future, instead of drive-throughs being the way they are, you send your car out to get the food for you, like Uber Eats.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
And it just does. You're in your house. You go pick me up. Blah blah blah. Your car goes, picks it
Mhm.
up, comes back, and you walk outside and grab it from your car.
Yeah. Man, we're gonna be like so much fatter as a society. It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be crazy.
I'm gonna be huge. I'm shooting for 450.
Yeah,
I'm calling it right now. I'm shooting for 450.
that's good. That's a good number. I feel like you could make it. It'd be
Is
easy
it?
for me to make it there. I could do that. I honestly think I could get unbelievably fat in a year. I'm not kidding.
And
I
it
could
wouldn't
do it.
even be hard.
My metabolism sucks so bad that I could do it. No doubt. 365 days. Sign me up. I'm ready.
I almost want to pay you to do it.
No. I wouldn't. I would honestly probably die. Like I would feel so
Well,
disgusting.
yeah, that's super duper unhealthy.
Yeah, but I could do it.
How much? How much?
That's like
would
me
you need
saying
to
I
get
could
paid?
win in the fight. I could get fat in a year.
Could you do both?
Honestly, yeah, probably. If
Right,
I'm
'cause
like
you have a
huge,
shield.
what are they gonna? They won't even
What
be
are
able
they
to
gonna
touch me.
do? Boom.
Yeah, it's like Kung
Try
Fu
that
Panda.
again.
Yeah,
God dare you.
is that
There
what
you go.
I would sound
Bop.
like as a fat guy?
Yeah, that's what you'd sound like as a fat guy. You weighed
Amazing.
450 pounds.
But yeah, so fuck McDonald's. I'm really pissed about that. But I mean, I still love it. It's like they fucked up, and they need to do something to fix it or to atone for it. But
I am not spoiled,
mhm,
and I deserve everything that they haven't given me.
exactly. No, you're right. You're so right, and I stand with you, and we stand
Thank you.
together against this. McDonald's, figure it out. You need to get your biggest fans back on board because we need a
Hashtag
little
Mick
love.
fuck you.
Yeah, so that's a good one. I like that. Well, let's send it over to our interview now. Thank you guys for listening. If you have any Is It Weirds or anything, remember to call in. Our numbers in our Instagram page, our Twitter bio, our TikTok. Go call, or even if you just want to like call and leave us a voicemail, like we'd love to hear from you. Like if you have just a story you want us to talk about or anything, just call in. So yeah, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Subscribe, like the video, and yeah, that's all we got. We'll see you next week. All right, guys. So today we have Beshen on the podcast. Thank you so much for coming on. I do have to let you know that before I started recording everything, I had a fortune cookie and there was no fortune in it. So this could go anywhere. I don't know what's going to happen. It's very possible this could go off the rails. I don't know. But thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
We
Appreciate
have a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. First thing that we should start with is you have a new single coming out next Friday, which is a week from today.
yeah, the 25th.
So this episode will come out on Monday. So this coming Friday, everyone go pre-save that now. It's called We've Got None. Go pre-save it now. Go follow Beshen on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Do it all. Go pre-save. So let's kind of dive into it and talk about it. You've been posting a little sneak peeks here and there of the song. It's very different from your EP that you recently released.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've kind of noticed that you, on multiple like posts that you do or different songs, you don't like stick to one specific genre. I feel like you're very versatile with your music.
Yeah, that's something that I've kind of always done is, taking pieces of a lot of different genres and just whatever mood I'm in that day or, whatever I'm feeling, I just let it happen. I don't think, to some degree, I think it's a good idea, in the music business wise for people to find their niche and stick to it. But at the same time, like if you love making all different kinds of music and you're good at it and it feels good to do, like, do that. So I really like to stretch myself and, I'll make a country song one night, a rock song the other night, We've Got None is a very raw, stripped down singer-songwriter type, that John Mayer-esque type of vibe. So, which I have plenty of songs like that, and I'm looking to release more in the future.
I feel like that's a really good like mindset to have just as a songwriter in general. Like you're open to writing all these different types of songs, different styles. That opens you up to collaborations and working with other people more than it would for a person who's sticking to one specific genre. And I feel like that's got to be nice.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. I've worked with artists, like you said, in a lot of different genres. It's nice that people can go to my page or whatever and look through my videos, and it's like normally they might be thinking oh, this guy's kind of in this box, and I
Mhm.
couldn't hear him on my track. But you go to one video and I'm singing like Frank Sinatra, and you go to the next
Yeah.
video and I'm rapping like Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be kind of out of the box where people could watch your stuff and be like, dang, I could see him on this, I could see him on
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah,
it helps a
definitely. It
lot.
makes you more marketable just as an artist, and that's really awesome. I feel like it's definitely
Right.
shown through in your videos and the stuff that you've been
Thank you.
posting.
Thank
But
you.
yeah, like you just said, you were singing Frank Sinatra, you were like rapping like Jack Harlow or whatever.
Uh-huh.
You've gotten a lot of comments on your posts about like
Mhm.
who you sound like in different areas. Is that like,
Yeah.
do you like agree with any of those? Like with the Jack, I've seen a lot of Michael Bublé stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah, I've seen the most common one I get is like, you sound like a mix of Michael Bublé meets like Justin Bieber or something like that. And
It's a very interesting mix.
yeah, it's an interesting mix, but I would agree to that one.
Yeah.
I get a lot of Shawn Mendes, which that
Okay.
one I don't hear, I guess, but I think that's
Yeah.
just because I'm like the default, singing white boy
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
puffy hair,
Yeah.
So they're just like Shawn Mendes, but
Yeah.
no, I've gotten the Michael Bublé comment a lot, especially after that that duet I did with Stacey Ryan.
Yeah, I saw that
She
one.
did, yeah. Please don't text me when you're drunk. Yeah, I did that one. I like to change my vocal tone depending on what kind of music I'm singing, and
Yeah.
that one I went for a more classic crooner style.
Mhm.
And then when I broke into the higher register, I went more pop. So that's where
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, you sound like Michael Bublé in the first half," and then switched to
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, or whoever. Yeah. So that was
Yeah.
pretty funny to see.
It's funny, but it's also so cool that people can
Mhm.
hear all these different styles in just one person. Like just your voice
Right.
has the range to do that. And but I think that the one that I heard the most was Michael Bublé. When I was first
Mhm.
listening to it, I was like, wow, he sounds
Yeah.
just like Michael Bublé. And or
Absolutely.
actually, I feel like we should petition for you to be the new Michael Bublé.
Right.
Just in my opinion, because Michael Bublé is so we did a joke on the show one time about
Oh yeah.
Justin Bieber's and his like Tim Hortons collaboration. He was like
Oh
doing
right.
like Timbits or something like that. And
Mhm.
so we did a joke about it. And then like a week later, Michael Bublé did the exact same joke. So he's like
You're
enemy
like-
number one. So we want you to be the new Michael Bublé. I feel like that's a
Okay.
good. It works out for both of us, and it would be great.
There you go.
So we'll put out a Christmas album. We'll do all that stuff.
Yeah, I got a few. It's funny. I got a few comments about that. Like we just need a Christmas
Yeah.
song or Christmas album now.
Yeah.
And I've actually wanted to release my own original Christmas single for a
Mhm.
long time now. So
Oh, nice.
next Christmas I'll have to dabble in
Hell
something
yeah.
like that.
That would be awesome.
So-
I feel like
Yeah.
Christmas is always it's a weird section of the music industry with releasing
Yeah.
and stuff. Like you can get caught in it, but I mean, hey, if you got an
Mhm.
original one and it's new, like that's awesome. We love it.
Right. So yeah, I've never. That's like the only kind of music that I really haven't tried to write. I have
Yeah.
I have a few notebooks of songs that I've written over the years, and
Mhm.
it's fun to just kind of go back and look through them. It's like one page, like I said, it'll be like the most cringy pop country
Yeah.
song ever, and then the next one's like this
Yeah.
hard ass rap beat, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Yeah. You just
But,
got a bunch of, I mean, you just got to get those ideas down because even if you're not going to
Yeah.
use it, there's probably someone that might be able to, or it could work with
Right.
someone else's music. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think that's so cool that you're able to do that. But like going back
Appreciate
to
it.
to We've Got None coming out next Friday. What is cause in some songs it takes a really long time to write, some it kind of just comes to you and you finish it in
Mhm.
like a week. Was this like a long process for this song, or was it one that was you were just in the moment, felt it, and it came out?
Yeah, so it's definitely the second one. I wrote the song like not too long ago. Actually, I just loved it and wanted to put it out as soon
Mhm.
as possible.
Yeah.
But I remember the day that I wrote it. It was maybe like a month ago, and I just remember it was right when my TikTok started getting a lot of notoriety.
Mhm.
I started getting a lot of followers and stuff, and people messaging me all the time, and I realized that I got kind of caught up in that, and
Yeah.
trying to think too hard about like, okay, how do I get like more followers, and
Mhm.
how do I stick to the trends and all this stuff. And I came home one day, and yeah, I just felt very stressed out with everything. And a lot of times in the past, there's been a handful of times, I shouldn't say a lot of times, but where I'll just kind of get this, it sounds cliche, but I'll get this feeling, you know, and just like something's telling me to pick up your guitar. And, you know, I just kind of placed my fingers on two completely random spots. I don't even know the chord names to these chords that are in this song because I just kind of screwed around and like, I was like, all right, what if I put my, you know, my fingers here? What if I put them here and here? And I just, the song came to me really, really fast. I got the chords like, just like that. And I sat with it for a while. I played it a few times and the lyrics just kind of, it was one of those songs, like you said, it just, lyrics just flew out of me. So that was a refreshing piece of music to write. You know, when I was going through all that stuff, it was nice to just kind of sit down with my guitar and like write the song for me.
You can always like feel that and you can hear that when you're listening to certain songs like that. You know, it comes through because honestly, the best songs are written, in my opinion, when it's just pure emotion. Just, you know, you're letting it easily flow out. And you know, that's, I'm sure that'll, from the clips that I've heard, I'm sure that will come across in the music. I'm very excited for it. I feel like everyone should get excited for it because it's going to be great. But so since it's like such a different genre and it's so like different from your previous EP, was it hard to make that like switch in your brain to be like, all right, I just released this. How am I going to market this differently? How am I going to do, you know, like, is there going to be a video, something like that, where it's different from the previous releases?
Yeah, the music aspect of it wasn't hard. Because like I said, I make tons of different genres of music all the time. So it's just kind of like I can choose from this list of songs I have and put them out. But the marketing aspect, that's where it gets a bit more difficult because normally, you know, like I said earlier, somebody has like a niche and they build a fan base based off that niche. But I've luckily, I believe at least that I've grown a fan base and I've kept them kind of in the loop that I don't stick to one thing throughout the entirety of my career. If you want to call it, I'm not very big yet. I don't know if you can call it a career, but yeah, absolutely. Thank you. But so I would do that throughout the whole time. I've never really stuck to one genre. So I don't think it was kind of like I don't think it's ever really kind of out of nowhere to my fans and the people, my followers and stuff when I release a rap song and then the next song I release is like super sentimental singer-songwriter stuff.
It's like
so
we're
as
on
far
the
as
edge
that
of
goes,
seat, you know, we're like waiting to see what you do next.
Yeah, it's like I wonder. It's like that's kind of part of my shtick. It's like I wonder what is going to come next. So I kind of appreciate that sense of like surprise that I can bring forward. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely struggles that come with it for sure because there's people that really just like one genre and that's all they want to hear.
Yeah, that's tough.
So you'll post something and they'll be like, "This is cool. All right, now post this already. Like I want to hear this.
Like, I want to hear this again." Have you been getting a lot of comments like that on like your TikTok?
Yeah, the biggest comment that annoys me, honestly, and I mean, I love you guys. I know you're my fans, and you're just really wanting to hear me sing, so I appreciate that. But the most frustrating comment I get is, when, and it's probably a majority of the comments on the Stacey Ryan video now. But anytime I do like a duet, they have to understand that that's not my song. That is this artist's song that I'm duetting, and I'm putting my like written, made up verse on their song, like almost hypothetically. It's not like a real thing. But the biggest comment I get is, like, "Oh, when's this coming out?" Or like, "You need to drop this now," and it's like, I can't do that.
Can't do it. Yeah, it's not your song.
I'm sorry. And I just have to tell them like, or like, like, "When is this coming out?" Like, "I need this on my phone now." And I'm just like, it's never going to happen. I'm so sorry. But it is what it is.
It does kind of, that comment does kind of suck. It kind of hits you in the chest a little bit because you want it to.
It's like, I wish I could.
Yeah, but you can't.
Absolutely.
Oh, that sucks. But I mean, that's good that people are, they want to hear more. That's the whole point. They're just like, please, like, I want to listen to this more. It's great that they're still showing that and actively like commenting, which is helping you post and stuff like that.
And another thing that does is, you can kind of use that as an analytical tool. And it's like, okay, well, if people really liked my open verse on this open verse challenge, and they're wanting this song to be released, okay, I can't give them that. Well, maybe I can make a song, with that same vibe that I gave in that verse, and try to tailor to those people that really wanted to see that song be dropped, but couldn't. So you can kind of like study the comments and see, what people are vibing on, what people really want from you, and kind of.
I feel like people are gonna like this one that's coming out on Friday,
I
because
hope
it
so.
is very similar. Well, not similar, but it's like it has some similar elements to your Stacey Ryan duet. And then
Yeah.
like your previous EP was very similar to I think you recently did a duet with Miles, and
Yeah.
that was
It's a
really
bit
great
more
as well. 'Cause
poppy.
yeah, pop and
Yeah.
more rap hip hop beats were
Yeah.
that past
Exactly.
EP, which I loved, by the way. I was listening to it all
Thank
week.
you.
It was
Awesome.
also really great. Was that like, so when you wrote that, was that a long process? Was that something that just like happened? Because it came out in early January. So has
Mhm.
like the growth from that been really nice to see?
So this project, it did take a while to put it together, but not because the songs took long to write. It's because I had wanted to release a 4-song EP for a really long time,
Mhm.
and I'm just a huge perfectionist when it comes to making music. So it's
I
very
get that.
hard for me to just sit down and finish one piece of
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
I normally get to, one verse and a chorus, and then I save it and kind
Yeah.
of never come back to it. So I was kind of always waiting for the right songs,
Mhm.
but it probably would never exist in my mind.
Yeah.
But I finally narrowed it down to those 4 that went on there after a long time, and kind of released it spontaneously. I
Mhm.
hadn't released anything in a really long time, and my
Yeah.
main priority was just to like get music on my platform
Mhm.
so people could
Yeah.
have something to listen to that's recent.
Mhm.
So I wasn't too pressed about views on this one. I have seen. I think it just reached over 5,000 plays on
Okay.
Spotify,
Nice.
which that's not anything crazy. But with like zero marketing
I
and
was gonna
zero
say that's
promotion for real,
still
like
great. Yeah.
yeah, and it's and I'm just starting out. So yeah, I just really wanted to get those songs out on my platform.
Yeah.
But that one did take a while to kind of narrow down the songs. I have about
Yeah.
probably 200 plus songs in my
Yeah.
computer that I
Yeah.
just have to, no, not this one, no,
Not
not
that
that
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
it's just such a strenuous process when you're scrolling through and
right.
you got to click through everyone. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
I guess this one could work and maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's tough. That
So
takes a while to do. It
uh-huh.
was funny. I was having a conversation with one of my friends who's also a musician recently, and he was telling me
Mhm.
how he's trying to pick songs for his album right now. So he's like working
Okay.
through the same process, right?
Right.
And he was saying how when he's doing that, he tends to like he has to struggle with the being discouraged because he feels like
Mm-hmm.
none of them are usually good enough. And then like
Right.
he like you try to get into the nitty gritty of each individual track, and then
Yeah.
sometimes you get to the end of it and you're like, no, I'm not doing this one. And it's just like
Uh-huh.
a strenuous over and over process.
Absolutely.
How are you able to like get yourself out of, if you ever fall into a mindset like that, how do you like combat that?
Yeah. So that's a tough one because I feel like that's something like all musicians go through, to a degree.
Yeah.
Some may be harder on themselves than others. I know
Mhm.
I'm super hard on myself, and it is frustrating when you sit for hours and hours on like a certain song just
Yeah.
to by the end of it be like, well, this is garbage,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just try to think about the fact that, and it is a fact that there is an audience for pretty much anything that you could possibly create.
Yeah.
So even if you don't like something, or if you're not exactly feeling it at the time that you're making it,
Mhm.
and this is advice to anyone watching, any music producers watching, please just finish the song, just full-fledged, get out the idea,
Yeah.
because one, like I said, I promise there's going to be an audience for it. And two, most of the time when I'm in the middle of making a beat and I'm like not crazy about it, but I'm just like, I kind of kick myself in the ass. I'm like, all right, just do it
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I end up loving it by the time it's completely done, with all the
Mhm.
bells and whistles added and it's all nice and mixed and stuff. It ends up being sometimes, my favorite beat.
Yeah.
Then there's other times you get to it and you're like, I still don't like it, but
Mhm.
hey, at least you have a beat that somebody else might like,
Yeah.
and you also took the time to get that practice in and stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree with you with the it being practice, because
Hmm.
if you stop, then when you get to a song that you eventually really like and you haven't
Right.
finished all these old tracks, like you don't know how to, you haven't
Do
like
the ending
experienced
things.
pushing through it, like it's
Right. Right.
because there are times when you put a track away, store it for a little while, you come back to it, and it's hard to place
Mhm.
yourself back into that spot where you were. So
Right.
it's like really
Exactly.
important to kind of push yourself farther than you think you can go to
Hmm.
get this song or beat done, whatever it is that you're working on, because it's going to help you, in the future, whether or not you like it or not. I feel like it's going to help you
Yeah,
later on.
absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely true.
Yeah. But so just really quickly, I wanted to talk about, I saw you posted around Valentine's Day that you were doing songs for other people. Was that like, did you end up getting like a bunch of people for that? Was that like, how did that go? Because I find that so just interesting and also like funny, just, being able to do this for other people. I feel like it's really cool.
Yeah, so I was just randomly thinking about it one day, and I was like, that would be a cool idea for like friends and family if they wanted it. But I decided to make that little flyer that you saw and post it, and I got like four or five people that ended up purchasing one, and they're like a $50 little like mini original love song. And it was cool. What I would do is they'd reach out to me, and if they wanted to go through with it, I would ask them a few questions about their relationship with their significant other, and a few things about that person that they're wanting me to write it for, and what they mean to them, all that cute stuff. And I'd use that to write the lyric to the song, so that it was like a very personally tailored love song for that person. And that was really fun to be able to kind of be on that personal level with some of my fans and do something special for them in that way. And all of them messaged me back after Valentine's Day and were like, hey, they love the song.
Nice.
Or
awesome.
they were big fans of it themselves. And it was just really cool to do. And like I said, again, like good exercise for songwriting. I had to make I made all the beats from scratch. Some I used my guitar for, and then just like wrote as my regular songwriting process as I would, but with this material as lyrics. And it was fun to do. I'll probably try and do that every Valentine's Day if I can.
Yeah, I mean that was so
cool.
It'll probably get like such a great idea.
But thank you.
But like you had said, it's like a great writing exercise, and it's perfect because you just get to like practice writing songs that aren't necessarily coming from like your emotions, they're coming from someone else's. That's really cool.
You get to write from it was cool. Most of the songs I wrote from a lot of the requests were I think all of them actually were from boyfriends that wanted a song for their girlfriend.
Okay.
And so a lot of the times I would be writing like in the perspective of the boyfriend singing to the girl, and then they could play it for them as if it's like them presenting the song to her. So that was it was fun. It was a cool exercise to kind of step outside of myself and be somebody else. And
that's really cool
for sure.
All right, so we have this. If you have time, we're gonna hop into this thing that we do called "Is It Weird?" We have people send us in questions asking us if certain things that they do or like things that happen in their lives is strange or weird, and we usually give them what we think, our opinions on it. So this is the first one. Usually they have like a little bit of a description, but this one is just a statement. Is it weird that I like the taste of envelope glue?
Yes. Full on.
I feel
that stuff. Who enjoys doing that?
I don't know. Sometimes there's like an argument to be had. Like we'll get one where it's like, all right, this might be weird. It might not be. This one, very strange because nobody enjoys licking an envelope.
Right. I know like that I'm always, when I'm sending a letter, I'm like, God, all right, now here's the part where I have to do this. Like it's something that I dread doing, like there's no way.
Like you avoid writing letters on purpose so that you don't have to lick
Thank God for email.
Yeah, exactly. Email's the best invention ever. Specifically, like someone who invented email was like, man, I'm tired of licking these envelopes.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to get back
That's
to
got to be it.
This person, I don't know. I'm very worried for them. I don't know why they keep.
You know what? Do you, man?
Own.
But exactly.
To each their own. Okay, next one. Is it weird that I can't sleep if my bed isn't in the corner of the room?
That's not weird.
Really?
I don't think that's weird.
Okay.
I feel like furniture placement, it's like the feng shui of things in a place. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, well, for some people, I feel like that stuff doesn't matter. But I feel like for some people that little, if like, if they're very controlling or if they're not even very controlling, but just like things to be a certain way,
Yes. Yeah. Very particular about things that they like.
Yeah. Right. And that's totally fine. I'm that way with some things. But, you know, and then all of a sudden they walk in their room and their bedroom's like, or their bed is like right in the middle of the room, or like, you know, I don't think I'd be like, this feels weird, you know?
Yeah.
So I could relate to that.
I was kind of the same way as this person. For the longest time, I had to be like, my one part of my bed had to be against the wall. Like that was something that needed to happen.
Yeah.
And now my bed's in the middle of my room. And I don't know if it's just because like the way my room is set up in my apartment, it's just like, it would have fit weird.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's super weird, but it's definitely like, it's just like to each their own.
Questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's fine. I don't feel like you need to ask if it's weird. Like, just be like confident about it. Like, yeah, like my right there.
That's where I sleep.
All right, let's do one more. So, is it weird that I don't go shopping for clothes unless I need to? This one has a description. Lots of my friends enjoy going out to shop for clothes, to try them out, to suggest outfits to each other, that kind of stuff. And I don't understand the appeal. Switching in and out of clothes is such a hassle, and it's nerve-wracking to me. Like, I wear hoodies and sweatpants for a reason, and I have no style, and I don't care to have one. I only go shopping if I grow out of something or wear something out. Otherwise, I'm happy with the clothes I have. Is it weird?
I wouldn't say that's weird at all. I think that's another like personal preference thing. Some people like to shop, some people don't. As long as you're not waiting too long, you know, like they're saying, I only wait till I need new clothes. And what is the line for that?
Yeah.
What is your judgment? What is your judgment for that? Because you know, I don't know. That's my only thing. I get that because I like to shop personally. I like clothes. I like fashion. I actually just bought these shoes today.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Very excited. They're 97s. Nice. I was very excited about these. But anyway, I know that a lot of people, like, I don't like trying on clothes. Like, I like to go shopping, but I hate, that's like why you just know your measurements, you know. Exactly. You can kind of go in, you just buy it, you like it, and walk out, you know. Yeah. So I've gotten good at that, but I'm with them on that part. I hate, you know, trying on, especially jeans, like pants and stuff.
Oh, trying on jeans is the worst. I can't stand trying on jeans. So I do agree with them on that. You're right.
Right.
The only thing I'm a little iffy on is how much it seems that they don't like when other people are shopping. It's like, it's really don't understand. It's like, well, I mean, if you don't like it, it's okay if they do like it. Like, it's not a problem. Like, I feel like the majority of people will go out and shop and try things on. And like, I also enjoy like going out and trying things on, and knowing my measurements is great. Like, even if you just go and then like just to get your measurements once and then shop online, like then you don't have to go shopping anymore.
Exactly. You don't even have to leave the house.
Yeah. So I would say it's like
almost seemed he was like hostile about it though.
Yeah, he was.
Why do people do this?
Yeah, he was like mad that nobody's
don't shop.
I'm picturing someone in just like the baggiest jeans, like you can wear them forever. Like they're never gonna get they're never gonna get like super. I mean, I don't know, man. Grow out of them. It's like now I'm wondering how old this person is. Like,
right? Yeah.
If they're, how much are you growing if you're like an adult? You know?
Right.
I would say it's like half. It's a little weird. It's a little bit weird because I feel like the majority of people are okay if their friends are like, "Hey, we're gonna go out and go shopping." Right.
That he felt the need to post. Yeah. That he felt the need to, or she, who knows they.
Yeah.
If they felt the need to make that whole thing about it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a little weird, but I get where they're coming from.
Someone must have said to them, like, hey, you need to get new clothes. And they were like, I gotta go. I gotta ask them. Right. Like, I don't need to go get new clothes. I'm fine. They like got offended.
They took that personally.
Yeah.
Right.
Alrighty. Well, that's all that we got for today. Thank you so much for coming on. Everyone, please go pre-save the new single. We've Got None. It is out this Friday, February 25th, right? 25th. Mm-hmm. Go follow Beshen on all social media platforms. You got Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Any others that I missed? I
have. I'm not really on Twitter, but the main two are TikTok and Instagram. I do have a Facebook page as well, and the username for all three of those are Beshen Music, one word.
Nice, awesome. That's the best when they put them. It's all the same. When you make them all the same,
that's you got to.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited for it. I can't wait to hear it. I've already pre-saved, and it's going to be great. I'm very excited to see what you do after it as well. Thank you again for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude.
Alrighty. Well, we will talk to you soon.
Sweet.